Hi, I'm Chef Danielle Wexler for TEC Infrared Grills. Today we're talking about our commercial style flat top grilling accessory that's available for your patio or Sterling patio grill. The reason why I love the Griddle is because it really turns your grill into something completely different that you normally wouldn't grill on. So you can do breakfast, lunch, or dinner on your grill and griddle all at the same time. And I'm going to show you how to use it using some of our favorite recipes. The first thing we're going to make on our commercial style flat top griddle is going to be some hibachi style fried rice. The first thing I'm going to start with is actually frying an egg directly on the surface. My griddle is already preheated and I have it on just a low heat here, and I'm going to start with some canola oil on the surface of the griddle. This is just going to help so that the food doesn't stick to the griddle as I'm cooking it. So I'm going to spread it around a little bit there. You can see that the oil's going to start to shimmer a little bit. That's also how you can tell how hot the griddle is by the shimmering of the oil. Cracking your egg right on the side of the grill here, and I'm going to go directly into the middle. So there you go. You can see it starting to kind of cook a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and break up the egg and basically just scramble the egg directly on the surface of the griddle. As soon as the egg is pretty well cooked, I'm going to pull it off the grill and put it aside in my bowl here. I'm going to add a little bit more oil to my griddle. You can see any of the excess oil will run off and catch in the strip tray here, which is fantastic because it's not going to make a mess on your grill. We're going to put the onions on as well as the mushrooms. And we're just going to kind of cook the onions and mushrooms for just a little bit. We're kind of trying to saute them a little bit. Our onions and mushrooms have been sauteing for a few minutes. They're starting to get a nice golden brown on the edge. So now we're going to move on and add our zucchini and also our carrot to this dish. If you need a little extra oil at any time, feel free. If you think that the vegetables are looking a little dry, you could definitely just drizzle a little bit on the surface of the grill. And also, let's just sit and let the zucchini and the carrots get nice and softened. Our carrots and zucchini have softened up now, and so we're ready to move on to the next step, which is that we're going to put on some already cooked rice. And you really want the rice to be at room temperature. It's going to break up for you a little bit easier. If it's too cold, the rice actually won't break up. It'll be just a big clump on the grill. So any little pieces, I'm going to just break up there a little bit. I'm also going to add some fresh peas to it. And this time I'm going to add a little bit of soy sauce to the griddle. That's going to give it some really nice soy flavor, as well as a little bit of sesame oil, which is going to add a real nice kind of nutty flavor to the rice. If you need 2 spatulas, it's a really great time to pick both of them up and just kind of toss that all together, just like that. The great thing about the commercial style flat top griddle is that it's really even heating, so you can really spread out everything across the griddle, especially when you start to get a lot of food going, and it'll cook very evenly. All right, finally, we're going to add back in our egg that we cooked earlier, as well as a little bit of butter, because butter makes everything better, right? And this will add just a nice little smoothness to it, a little bit of flavor there, and make it really nice and rich and buttery, just like the rice at your favorite Japanese restaurant. And there you go. I'm going to go ahead and put some into my bowl. Nice big bowl of fried rice. And then finally, just a little sprinkle of sesame, fresh sesame seeds on top. Will add just a great little flavor note there. The commercial style griddle is perfect whenever you need to make breakfast or brunch for a crowd. So think Sunday morning with the family, think a weekend tailgate, or even breakfast for dinner. Anytime that you want to make a full complement of things, you could do it right on top of your grill. So today we're making some classic bacon and eggs and also some delicious biscuits to go with it. So I already have the bacon cooking right here. Whenever you're using the griddle, in order to make the bacon, what you want to do is put the bacon on a cold griddle and preheat it on low temperature for about 10 to 15 minutes or so. That's gonna actually cook the bacon at the same time the griddle is preheating. And that actually is gonna render out more of the fat from the bacon and make it nice and crispy. So we have that going right here, and we've got a lot of bacon fat right in this area, dripping off into our wonderful drip tray here. And we're gonna fry some eggs in that bacon grease. So let's get started with that. All right, so just crack your egg and right onto the hot griddle. I'm gonna do a couple eggs this morning. You can fit a good number of eggs onto the griddle. You wanna get the eggs nice and pulled together using your spatula to help keep them in shape. I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper on top of my eggs for a little flavor. And on the flat top, you just want to kind of let the eggs sit there and cook just until they start to get translucent with the whites. Meanwhile, we have our bacon going on this side of the griddle, and I'm just going to give it a flip. And you can see that it's turning out nice and juicy and crispy on the outside. All right, see, our eggs are just about ready to go. So just kind of move them around a little bit. Make sure that they're not sticking to the griddle before you go to flip them. We're ready. Breakfast is served.